Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. It is that time. Gotta turn that down. Gotta turn that down. Gotta turn that down. Had to turn that down. You know how some organizations may be with their content. We ain't trying to have nothing crazy pop up. You know what I'm saying? So ooh, we got a slobber knocker. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh snap! And I just took myself out the game. I done exited out. Oh, what an idiot! This guy just. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We have to go on the other phone, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all good. We're just gonna keep it moving. Why did I press too many buttons? Too many phones, y'all. Too many phones. Two phones. That's why you gotta pull up the app and be ready. And if you're ready, come on, don't be slow with the service. That Wi-Fi might be slow with the service, y'all. That Wi-Fi might be slow with the service. What am I missing? Watch, it's gonna be the craziest ending of the year. And my Wi-Fi acting slow. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Be back, y'all. Ooh, Lord, Stephanie. Of course, I'm gonna come in with it at the end and Stephanie getting the pin. You know what I'm saying? Course, of course. We wouldn't have it no other way, would we? I don't think we would. I don't think we would. Everything is tripping, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta get a better Wi-Fi. But don't forget Halloween Havoc. I believe that is this Sunday. Ooh, yay. That's gonna be Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez taking on Julia and Stephanie Vaquer, and they got their hands raised with Kalani Jordan in the ring. What were you doing? I'm trying to screenshot. I like it, but I like it. I like it, but I don't like it. Like Kalani, I almost wouldn't, you know, a little cheap shot, but that might be some bad story writing if you do it right now. Kalani got her hands full though, so yeah, Fatal Influence is GOAT. They spinning the wheel, y'all. Fatal Influence spinning. We about to see what they. Oh, yeah, that's a crack. And yeah, my joint crack, y'all. What's it? Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see. The lights went out. What, what just happened? Oh, Zarya, Delta. You know what I mean? Is this what we? Here we go. Yo, NXT women's wrestling is insane right now. It is insane right now. What a good time to be a fan. If you can think back to the bra and panties matches and all that foolishness they used to, I ain't gonna, I was a teenager during the Attitude Era. Don't trip. Your boy was watching. You know what I'm saying? But if you can see where they're at now, like NXT is probably the premier women's wrestling brand. I honestly think it has just, Delta is debuting at Halloween Havoc. I mean, she kind of just did the trailer there. Um, Stephanie Vaquer is gonna have what's this gonna be her second match? Her second match or first match? It don't matter, right? But you're getting one or two. What up, Vinny? We see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We see you in the chat. Yeah. You know, so you got her over here. Julia just got here. That's three mega stars. I don't even care where you come from at this point. Yeah, I know you got Bianca Belair. Yeah, I know you got Jade Cargill. I know you got Rhea Ripley. But when this next class, this is literally the 84 or 96 NBA draft class when it comes to the female ref. This, yikes. We can argue. Let's argue. Anyone want to argue? The men's class, let's say, right? Everybody who's title contenders are going to go up. And let's say the women's title contenders, and they all go up. That women's class is monsters. monsters. We already said what we just said, and then Vinny, yeah, you did. You was like, I don't know if you want to have Kalani drop that belt just so fast yet. It's got to be coming though. I think we all see it in the cards, but we say this a lot, right? A new person will come into the company and they lose, and it's like, oh, we killed their buzz. That doesn't always happen that way. We've seen it happen with DDP. We've seen it happen with Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, big bad booty daddy, right? We've seen that happen. Um, but the thing is, you have a career. Like if I sign on for 7 years with you and I lose my first match, is that the nail in the coffin? Like we're talking about the world of professional wrestling, right? So I don't I don't think so. However, what it could do for someone else's star, like Kalani Jordan, to have her beat one of these girls, I think I am with you, Vinny. I don't think I would. I think I would save the matchup very similar to Roxanne. Roxanne has been a champion for a long time now. And the reason I bring that up, I'm gonna get ready to cue this. The reason I bring that up is because how imperative that is. Roxanne has been a champion. The person who's going to defeat her probably going to be Stephanie, maybe Zaria. It wasn't Julia unless they get a rematch. It can do a lot for him within the WWE, right? Kalani is the first North American Women's Champion, so everything with her is history. So it's going to carry a lot of weight because she's defended that belt at a high level. Um, she's beaten Sol Ruka. She like she's defended Tatum Paxley, you know what I'm saying? Like the Wendy Chu, she went through like see good matches, great matches, and so I'm interested to see who they are gonna have her eventually drop that title to, but we'll have to stay on the lookout for that. But you know what time it is. We're about to tap back in. It just ended. Had to ride with you. We had some technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi. That's okay. Um, but we're gonna jump into this quick promo, and then after this quick promo, we gonna have to talk about it. We got some things to talk about as we roll into Halloween Havoc. Go.
This is DNA, and y'all checking out my show Top 5. You got a top 5? I got a top 5. But let's see whose top 5 is better. Good night. Good night.
Brr, it's cold food with the Archie Carter. A wrestling match, a return, a battle, something that you were looking forward to because you knew it was going to be hot. And when you got it, well, it wasn't. That's cold food, and I'm here to talk about it. It's cold food with the Archie Carter. Hey, waiter, this cold.
King HP, and here we're gonna look at wrestlers that couldn't get the job done. We're gonna look at it. Why didn't they win? What happened? And because it's near fall, we're gonna see if we can get them some gold. Remember, the referee's decision is final. Ladies and gentlemen, back in the building. With that being said, we got Kari Zane and Io Sky starting off the night. Now we've seen this building up. Jakara Jackson and Last Legend. I like what we're doing here. Jakara Jackson, Last Legend, they've been going back and forth a little bit between main roster and NXT. Are we gonna eventually just see them sweep up to one? I don't know. But right now you brought some damage control down. And I thought it was a pretty good match. There was a botch that, oh my, I cringed. And I don't really like to talk about people's botches all the time. It's wrestling. Like you're moving at a high level and you're doing high level things. You know what I'm saying? Um, things can happen. It could be everything. Like when you do top rope maneuvers like that or off the rope maneuvers like that, ref try to go a little bit just to make sure it ain't too oily or greasy or whatever cause a slippage. But it is what it is. And with that being said, we get a little bot, but yo, picked it up, and I was trying to actually get it to go, but my phone is acting a little crazy. But We get Piper Niven and Chelsea Green come down. So when you get some more main roster people coming down, and we get the fight to breaking out. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, they clear house. I don't know how I feel about that. I like it because I thought for a little bit Chelsea Green, Piper Niven looking a little weak. Now you got them beating up Damage Control and Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson. All four ladies, they taken out. I like this. Now you got a little three-way, and if you would like to bring Jakara and Lash up, you this is your right because you have a lot of that female roster is getting crowded down there. It is getting crowded, and there was a time where we didn't really see them winning a lot. We saw them. I mean, it wasn't looking too good for them, you know. And matter of fact, at one point we weren't even seeing them. They were just like absent. So we seeing them. Great that we're seeing them in high spots. And whether win lose, they just got to look good. Now, no one's run out on SmackDown. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. That was the first time on SmackDown. Your entrance, you got to make sure you know entrances. We've seen Undertaker get burned on an entrance. We've seen Shawn Michaels jaw strap strings joints get stuck and him having to strip out of the your entrance is it can make or break you. Ultimate Warrior's whole career was built on the entrance in colors. Don't tell me it was his ring work, ring IQ. You crazy. We're not having that conversation. So we understand that what an entrance can do, right? I wouldn't be mad if Bianca and Jay dropped the belts to Piper and Chelsea. I don't know how I feel about that, Vinny. I think if that were to happen, I need a little interference. I need a distraction of some sort because you've booked Bianca and Jade so strong. Or maybe you start to see some of that friction between Bianca and Jade. Maybe a little. It doesn't have to be friction. It can start with miscommunication, a mistimed move, and then it's like, okay, and then it's like, because we're going towards WrestleMania. Are we going to see them still as a tag team towards WrestleMania, or are we going to see the seeds being dropped? They could both have a match one on one. Because remember, we talk about these 5 match PLEs, but let's be honest here. WrestleMania is 2 nights. I don't expect 5 matches and 5 matches. Bruh, you could have put that in one night. 10-minute matches, main event 30, big star traction matches. They get 30 as well. Everybody else get 10 or 15, and then you kind of run through the card. So I do expect maybe 6 or 7 matches, maybe even 8. Give you 16 matches for the night. I mean, for both nights. Um, WrestleMania tickets I believe, have gone on sale. A podcast chief, he was talking about getting out there. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about some things. We talked about some things. So I believe the tickets are on sale, and they are hey, they is going. You know what I'm saying? They are going. They is not cheap. They is not cheap. So make sure you plan accordingly. And I truly feel the WWE is going all in. So I would expect more than 5 matches on both nights. And there's a lot of great matches that are starting to brew that we'll see in the next coming months. But going back to Jade, Bianca, Piper, Chelsea comment from Vinny. Um, yeah, I think the seeds can get sown around November, which is next month. If you're looking at doing a Jade versus Bianca match and you could have them drop the title to fill in a blank. For me, I would love to see it be Shakara and Lash because they're really built in their image. So if similarly, right? If you do that and you have Bianca Jade drop and they start working towards a solo one-on-one for Mania, you still have the two. And if you're looking at demographics too, it fits. It perfectly fits. So if we're looking for like we're trying to keep because we got Damage Control, we need them to look good. We got all these other tag teams. We got Bianca and Jade, and they look good. So you still have the black demographic that's met. If they're looking at numbers, now, I know Triple H said he don't look at color, but I'm gonna be honest. You mean to tell me Zelina Vega challenging for the world title in Puerto Rico, or Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico? You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going? Y'all remember when the great Khali and it was going out towards India and all that? Like, you think all those were accidents, or did they see the demographic and look at the writing on the wall? Because the writing on the wall is usually written in finances. I'm just being honest. So you put a champion or someone in place who looks strong of that origin. You may not see color, but everybody see green. So let's be honest. If it's gonna draw money, we'll do it. If it's gonna cross certain lines, maybe not. But going to a certain country and then putting Piper Niven, no, who won? Alba Sky and Alba Fire and Isla yo, Fire and Dawn. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they won in was it Berlin? Was it Berlin and Drew didn't? You know, remember that? You know what I'm saying? Brother, them numbers talk. So um and that's why I can see them dropping the belts too. But Jakar Jackson, Last Legend, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, dominated in the end by Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. And yeah, Chelsea Green is becoming a fan favorite. Archer usually is on here saying that, he would put the belt on her. I don't know if I would go that far, but it's not a far fetched idea. It really ain't. I definitely would have her contending because she can put on good matches. She can do the mic. She can do heel. She can do funny heel. She can do babyface. She can be funny. She can be sympathetic. So she can fit in a lot of molds, and she can do a lot of things aesthetically. She can do a lot of things promotionally, and it works. And when you and at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest, and I've said this in many casts before. Wrestling is actually like the last part of being a professional wrestler. Like, not the last part, but if you can't promo, you're toast. Chris Benoit didn't end up in the WWE to start his career. You know why? Because they thought he was dynamic in the ring and he couldn't cut a promo. They literally passed on it. Obviously, turned out better for Chris Benoit. The name we shall never speak. Caught me slipping. CB, you know what I'm saying? CB, you know what I'm saying? You know, and we're just talking about wrestling, right? And that happened to several people. So promo is big. Then you got the promotional side and what you can do. Do you believe in your character? Can some characters you just can't believe in? Like Doink wasn't gonna do much unless they would have turned him evil Doink into like a Joker sadistic sick clown. That would have been kind of crazy. That would have been crazy. If he would have Heath Ledger that thing, maybe. But at the time that wasn't the thing. So uh I do think Chelsea Green is becoming the fan favorite, and her work today looks good. Next up to bat, we got Tatum Paxley and Jada Parker. Vinny, you know what it is, one of the Yamly members. And at the end of the day, the Yamly was looking good. She got a win too. Two hip checks for the finish. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get them once, come back and get them twice. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she did. Where do I think Jada Parker, Tatum Paxley are going? One, um, they're damn near main roster ready. I do think they need to work on promo more. Because again, you fit a certain mold. That's great. But if they need you to tweak it because there's too much of the same thing, can they do that? I don't know. Not everyone can. And sometimes you just find out on the spur of the moment. I do think they're damn near just about ready. I would like to see gold on Jada Parker before she goes, whether it's the North American Women's Championship, because I feel like Roxanne Perez has put on clinics. I don't want to say clinic. That makes it look like the other person was just getting mollywopped. Roxanne Perez has put on masterpieces. I'll say that, right? And those people that lost, the Jada Parkers, the Lola Vices, you know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like they could go give Kalani a run. Time enough when enough time has passed. Because Kalani is doing something very special with the North American Women's Championship. So, and do I feel Kalani Jordan is ready for the main roster? Same effect. More work on promo. Better the ring work, I think, for all mentioned is always there. But I think the promo, you got to be a little. It can get a little dry sometimes. Like sometimes with women, it's very emotional. Like dudes sometimes have this issue too, but people just kind of overlook it unless it's just a really dry promo. But I think Jada Parker could go. I think Jada Parker and Kalani could go. Um, the question is how long you gonna keep him in NXT with this stacked ass roster? You know what I mean? You gotta have to. How many of them gonna be on the WrestleMania card? I feel like NXT should have at least two matches on the card, whether it's night one, night two, both on night one, both on night two, or maybe you do four matches, one male, women, and then maybe like three or four matches. Maybe one be a specialty match on night two, or two matches, whatever the case, right? But I think Mania needs NXT representation because you want to draw eyes. WrestleMania is your biggest event. Even if you say the NXT winner come roster, right? Or something like that, right? Got to figure it out. They could do an NXT like a battle royal, and your winner goes automatically up to the main roster. And that's the Royal Rumble. You know how people do the Royal Rumble to get to WrestleMania? At WrestleMania, it could be a 10-man, 10-woman battle royal. Over the battle royal, winner goes to the main roster that night. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if you really want to play it, winner can get. I don't want to say a mid-tier title shot. That's crazy because WrestleMania, there's probably gonna be the mid-tier titles on the line, US and IC. So we'll just leave it at that, though. Main roster spot, automatically. That eliminates all the need for drafts too, because every year, you know what I'm saying. What up, Cash? We see you in the chat. We see you. Um, that would eliminate some of that, and I think that would be good. So with all these women in the roster, especially, you might be able to do 15 women over the top rope battle royal final final two do a match. Like you do a battle royal to get down to the final two, and then it becomes a one-on-one, or to get down to the final three or the final four, and once you get that, fatal four-way or triple threat. Like the match changes rules. You can do something like that to throw it off so it doesn't feel so Royal Rumble-ish, where we just came from the Royal Rumble in January, the whole road to WrestleMania thing. I would like to see that, especially for the women right now, because that roster is stacked. Um, we had some Lexus King. We had some promos, y'all, and I ain't gonna hold you. Some of the promos, I'm like, but I did peep Oba and Luca Cristofanino, blah 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 blah. One of the family members, and the family members got worked. And the Don cut a promo later about Oba. You took everything from me because let me tell you something. Oba and Oba out there trying to like you know what I'm saying slide in the not slide in the DM, but Oba tried to slide with Nikita Lyons. I'm happy for Oba. Oba, you can we give Oba a round of applause, brother? I'm happy for you. Get your belt back. Take that lioness, and the kingdom is yours. God damn it, because we already said Nikita was in the Yamali. You know what I'm saying? And it's Thanksgiving time. Yamali, yams, all that. That just like Vinny said. Yo, appreciate that, Cash. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could be a thing, you know what I'm saying? And three, two, one. You never know what might happen when, you know what I'm saying?
What up?
It's good, was good.
You know what I'm saying? Had
Yeah,
to.
I was just talking about Obafemi and being proud of my boy, taking out the family, then hollering at the family.
Mm. Can I get to the yams? Sweet
I wouldn't be
yams.
mad at Oba, bro. I
Show
wouldn't be
me the way.
I wouldn't be mad at Oba, man.
Yeah, I was
Um
going over some lines for this commercial that we shooting Friday, so I'm tapping in a little late. So, and I didn't want to annoy anybody. What's up, Instagram, YouTube, and
DRG the
Twitter?
Carter is the officially done a heel turn, y'all.
Hey,
Haji Carter is a he's a
I
heel
don't
turn,
bother
y'all.
nobody,
I'm
man. It's all good.
I'm I'm a face, y'all. I'm a face. We
Uh,
see you, Cash. We see you. We'll pass names forward. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that works out. We'll never know.
yeah,
One
Instagram,
thing,
YouTube, Twitter. What's up? What's up? What's up? Where you at in the show, HP? It was an exciting show tonight.
yo, NXT man.
They don't miss. They don't miss. It's the best weekly WWE show. It's not even a question anymore. It's not even a
I
question.
agree. It's
Raw is picking up now with Seth Rollins and some other things going on. Cool. SmackDown's been what it is for the months. Roman's back, and it
wait for the
still feels
bloodline.
like outside of Roman, it's nothing going on. But NXT is the most entertaining WWE program and has some of the best matches and storylines. And unfortunately, it doesn't. People don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So
People don't. And it's from
I
the
know.
top of the card down. Cause we had Oba and Luca Cristofino. Uh, but it's like, man, you had Damage Control out there tonight. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven come out there and they squash everybody. And that led to a conversation. Jada Parker, Tatum Paxley, you know what I'm saying? Like
Wendy
they
Chu popped up and out of nowhere, like bro. And the fact that the NXT women put on, they're entertaining, bro. They're entertaining. Like, yes, let's just say it. We call them the Yamily because a lot of the NXT women are real. They eye candy, but it's not like the divas. Back in the day, the divas were eye candy, and for the majority of them, that's what all they were. Like
all it was.
Sable
Yeah.
wasn't a wrestler. Then going past that Sable era, they weren't wrestlers. These women look good and they're wrestling, like putting on good matches. So the
And
NXT women's division is the best women's division in the WWE right now.
I go as far to officially say it is the best women's division in pro wrestling by far. Is the best division. If you take the men's roster on SmackDown, the women's roster on SmackDown, men's roster on, it can compete. The women's NXT roster is god damn. You know what I'm saying? Roxy. Let's just look at the big three they added to an already stacked called
And
roster.
they haven't done anything yet. They've not done anything yet. So it's only going to be better. So yeah, kudos to the NXT women's locker room, the trainers, the producers. This class of women, I'll always mention when Randy retires, when Roman retires, who's going to be the next men to step up. We had that conversation. We don't know. But as far as the women, we looking at that next
They
group.
there. They
Yeah, we
there.
looking at that. The problem is who? Who do we get behind? We can get behind any of these women, and they
That's a
out of
good
here.
problem to have. That's a
They
fantastic. They have a good problem
they
because
out of here.
you, yeah. I mean, when you look back at NXT when they had the Shield before the Shield debuted, and they had Roman and Seth, like you have that now, except more names. Before you even added these big three, these last three women, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Zaria coming, you had Roxanne Perez, you had Jada Parker, you had Kalani Jordan, you had Wendy Chu, who I had got behind crazy when she
They
did the
had
whole
Cora Jade, who they were behind, who they're going to get behind again. This is where
Pro
Mandy
Ruka.
Rose went to rebrand and reintroduce herself. This is where she got popping at. And it started there because it was Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and that crew, which led to this new class. This new class of NXT women is phenomenal.
It's
And they're
crazy.
getting better. That's the thing. They're getting better. We've been getting the taste of it on main roster with Lash and Jakara. And
I
it's
have a
just
question.
it's good. It's good to watch. Like I said, it's eye candy and it's soul food, baby. You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong. I swear to God. It's something for everybody. Um, I do have a question though. You remember when they did the Nexus thing and Wade Barrett and them boys came up and they was do you feel like it's time to do something similar with the women and just have an invasion? And this time I think the NXT women win. I don't think
Uh-uh.
I don't think the I don't think the WWE women's roster as a
The
entirety.
thing about Nexus was you attached them to John Cena. And that was the person they were really trying to overtaking to get to join the Nexus, which is a formidable opponent. I don't think the NXT women will have any real pushback from the main roster. Who do you have?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The women's roster, this would
It,
be a very
it wouldn't be a
NWO.
competitive thing. It'd just be them taking over, is what I'm saying.
No, no, no. So people out of the storyline would have to go. SmackDown and Raw would have to join forces on the women's side. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and then maybe we could pick a fifth. We still have Bianca, got Jade Cargill, you got Alba and Isla. You know what I'm saying? You got Machin is over there putting in work, right? You got all these women, right? Boom, and then you got Stephanie, Julia, Zarya, Roxanne, Jada, Kalani, Lola, Soruka, Cora Jade,
You would have to do
JC
some.
Jane.
You would have to do some adjusting to the characters then, because what you named is a lot of faces. It's a lot of faces in the NXT, but it can still work. It
But when you come as a group, like Razor Ramon left WWE as a babyface. Kevin Nash, he left as a heel. But when they got to when they got to WCW, it was just something totally different. I feel like they should do that same type of thing. Like you coming up to NXT, we're not here to make you laugh. We're not here to make you boo. We're here to show these women we are the number one in pro wrestling, period. And they just wipe Raw. They start wiping SmackDown. Like, holy shit, we got a problem.
only thing I could say that will hold them back right now is I don't know who would be the mouthpiece of that.
For who? The
The
NXT side?
Yeah, NXT side.
You you just have to give
Who is strong enough on the mic to be able to take that flag and do that week to week and be convincing on the mic. That's what I say. It'd be some adjusting in characters, but it could work.
you think I think your best mic talker just came back. One of them in Nikita Lyons. I think Ava may have to go up and be a mouthpiece, to be honest, as the
Then
GM.
it loses its luster right away right there because she shouldn't be nowhere near it.
No, she should. Because she should be going right up to them GMs because they're
Ava's
males.
not that great of a talker though. That's what I'm saying. This
But she don't she just going to the GMs to say, if you don't give us what we need our time. We gave y'all time. She starts mentioning times you overshadowed them, stuff like that. Oh, then we gonna wipe out your match. I think it works. I think it works. Chat, what y'all think? No, it's a go. They need to work on it. You need to find some talkers because you're right.
you got
Promo
Wade
work is
Barrett
what.
was good on the mic. He's a
Yeah,
commentator
promo work
now.
is where
You had Wade
promo
Barrett
work will
against
make or break
Cena,
you.
and then you got to think who the other people the Nexus was going against. You had Seth Rollins was the mouthpiece really of the Shield. You have to have a strong personality, and it has to be strong, especially with women. The thing about women's wrestling is people are so hard and critical on women's wrestlers. They can't have an eyelash out of place without the internet going crazy, and that's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I think they are critical on women, way more so than males. Way more
Yeah,
so.
men get away with all kind of stuff, but woman, her knee pad was twisted. Oh no, the worst knee pad wearer in history. Get out of here. What NXT is doing with women's wrestling is fire. And I like it, and I'm going to keep watching it. It's the best weekly programming in WWE right now, and that's saying a lot when you have names like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Damian. Like these are Hall of Famers, and we talking about the developmental show being the best show on TV. WWE has a
John,
serious problem that they need to fix going into Netflix.
well, here's what I'm gonna say to that though. Ethan Page. I'm gonna skip a little bit, right? Ethan
Go
Page had a
ahead,
promo with
do your
Trick
thing.
Williams today, and he hit a little bit on that. He said, "I've been wrestling 17 years, and I ain't never had this performance center with all the state of the art equipment, all your trainers 24/7." He said, "Legends in the game, talking about Booker and Shawn. You know what I'm saying? hand feeding you and he said primping you and doing to be the next guy of the company. I ain't never he like I had to get it out the mud.
Out the
And
mud.
when I think about what you just said and what I just said in that convo, I'm not surprised it's the best goddamn show. Shawn Michaels was the guy. Like he was the guy they went
But
to whenever it was Hell in a Cell first to
you
do it.
still have to be able to lead, right? And you still have to be able to coach, and you have to have people that are willing to be led and coached. A lot of times with
Shawn Michaels is
superstars,
your
well,
that's
that's
a
what I'm
long time.
saying. That's the whole LeBron James thing. Like, who's going to coach LeBron James? You have to have somebody LeBron is willing to follow and listen to, right? That was the whole Phil Jackson thing. Nobody on this earth could have coached Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal but Phil Jackson. So when you have the right people in place and the right producers, like it works. And you have to have talent that want to do it, that understand what's going on. So
I left them lemons and limes in there from yesterday. Those things are tart. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back to the regular water, people. That was that almost knocked my sinuses out. I
yeah,
think with Sean at the helm, Sean is most people's. I probably think on average, Sean is like when people think about the top five favorite wrestlers, Sean, because we're in the age now.
but
You
I
either
don't
grew up to Sean.
honestly. I don't know if a lot of the current roster really know though. You know what I'm saying? You know, but do you? They weren't there for it. It's kind of like the NBA now. Anthony Edwards and those guys, like LeBron is their Jordan and Kobe. They don't some of those guys said they never even seen a Michael Jordan game. They're so far removed
Right?
from it.
But here's the thing, right? How? Let me see if I can Google this. Let me see if I can Google this. What is Trick? How old is Trick Williams? We'll say Trick Williams' age. I told y'all already know I got the slow Wi-Fi. If he was here from the beginning, you see my joint slow.
You got dial
Trick
up.
Williams' age. 30 years old, right? So 30 years, he goes back to 1994. By the time he's in wrestling, let's say he's 10, it's 2004. He's catching Sean's run. Sean has two Hall of Fame careers. And in that second run, you're only comparing it to a
2004
run.
Shawn Michaels. But I'm talking the dangly earring Shawn Michaels. I'm talking Heartbreak Kid
Not
Shawn.
the non-Christian one.
Yeah,
We ain't come out
yeah.
with Philippines
We, hey,
413.
before it was Perk Angle, yeah, yeah. It was before Perk.
Shawn Michaels
I
has
remember
two Hall
Sean
of
and
Fame
Razor
careers.
one day was talking like Razor was like they did so much drugs one night. They was in a hotel and they was just asking each other were they still alive. He's like, "You alive?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm alive." Like, dog, it was
Yeah,
wild. It was
that's
wild.
past
And like I said, they don't know that. Like I said, think about Bill Goldberg. I sound like Bret Hart. Bill Goldberg said he
Bill
wanted
Goldberg.
to make a return because his son never got to see him be Goldberg. Think about that.
Right.
His son wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I don't think a lot of these stars really know the careers. You might know the names and know these people are good at what they do, but you don't know why they're being held in such high regard. But it's nice to know that a lot of these NXT stars are trainable. They do listen, they take direction because NXT is like the best weekly wrestling show. I mean, you have some other things going on out there, but I'm talking about like the big two, big three, or whatever. WWE's best weekly television programming is the quote unquote developmental brand. So,
Yeah,
and
we
think
we
about the
see winning.
matches
Yeah, a lot of
we've
them are in their
seen
mid to
on
late
there
30s.
before. I remember Bailey and Sasha had like a match of the year contender on NXT programming. I spoke the other night about how lost Raquel looks, but when Raquel and Rhea had their street fight at New Year's Evil in NXT, it cooked. Like some people have legendary moments in their best work in NXT, best matches in NXT. So shout out to
Yeah,
NXT.
I definitely think that NXT is something very special. I am very mad.
But
Do
they're
we
going to
know?
dissolve it. They do this every time. When NXT get to cooking, they blow it up and bring in a new class of people. This
Well,
happens
you have to. It's the
every time.
developmental. It's
I don't think you
remember
have to though.
what are you gonna do?
Just
Not
keep it being
this is
weekly
like
programming.
no. You got this. Is the remember this is developmental. They don't
Yes,
travel like that.
and
They
it's
have the same
and
crowd.
and
They
and the only downside of NXT is a lot of times that NXT success doesn't carry over to main roster.
right. However, comma would you rather stay in college your whole career or go to the NBA or NFL? You know what I mean? Like if they said, "Hey, we can extend your college another 8 years. You can stay as be a college, whatever, college football,
Hey,
hockey,
now with
whatever."
the money that these college kids is making, sign me up.
And we ain't talking about the WNBA because you seen how the disparity.
Sign me up.
Nah, I think you want to go to the bigs because one NXT ain't on Netflix as much as NXT has done well. You want to go to the big time. You want to battle the Kevin Owenses, the Randy Ortons.
Again,
John
those
Cena's
lights are
doing a
bright.
tour. He
Those
might do an
lights get
NXT match.
bright. Everybody can't perform at the next level either. Think about it.
But you but
Think
you
about those
you didn't get
college
into the
guys.
business to stay in developmental.
Think about the college guys who went to the NFL we never heard of.
Yeah, but they didn't go to the end. Like my okay, my cousin played at Rutgers, right? He could have went to the NFL, but he had another path. He did not want to because he had something else. He was to WWE developmental with that mind frame. Like, yeah, next couple years I'm gonna be a
I
cop.
think they call it
No, they're trying to be pro
developmental
wrestlers.
just as like for some reason they call it developmental. It's really not.
It
It's
is. It truly is.
it. I
Truly
disagree
is. You. Why do you disagree?
because I disagree. HB,
I get that, but
you
we're on a
can't be the
podcast.
best
Why do you
TV
disagree?
program and saying it's developmental. You can't do that. You can't say that. What's developmental is
You
Jade
clearly
Cargill right
can
now.
when the
That's
NXT
developmental.
champion tells you that like we're here to train, we're here to this is the whole learning process. It used to be what was it, OVW? Was it what was it? Then it turned to
Ohio
NXT
Valley.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the only reason WWE it became remember Vince bought the business for 1 million. As he grew it, when he got to this point, remember when they started doing the performance center in Orlando back in the mid 2000s, it was a big deal. It was like, what? We're going to try this. We're going to have multiple rings. And then when they did the TV series for like the Divas and stuff, why don't we put this on TV? Okay, let's try that. Then they
It
started recruiting like NIL, going to colleges and taking college athletes who weren't going to make it to the leagues. That's where Kalani Jordan comes from. That's where Sol Ruka comes. That's where all these people are. You're getting 5-star athletes now. Like it's a big deal. So it is 100% developmental. You watch the interviews. Trick Williams got the interview. He's saying it's developmental. It's just performing at a higher rate because I don't know why. Actually, I don't know. But
because
it's
it's
doing
not
it.
developmental. It to me, it's the third show. It's not developmental. If it was developmental, it wouldn't be on TV. We wouldn't see these people.
Bro, it is. It's a business. They're making money on it
You
because
can
they're
call it
paying.
what you
You know
want.
why?
You can call it what
You
you
know
want.
why?
I'm
Because
saying
you got to
me.
pay these guys. You have to pay these guys. And now Triple H talked about this. He has the interview. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna link it. No, I'm not gonna link it. It's on someone else's pod. But anyway, point is, they put on TV to draw money. So now when you're going to these college athletes and they're debating between going to like the G League or overseas to play,
That's
WWE can give
developmental
competitive WWE can give competitive salary to these people to come in and steal them away. Like Trick Williams was a football player. He was Trick Williams was not about to be doing he never even did, bro. Trick Williams wasn't no trying to be no pro wrestler. They came with the right pitch. it's just crazy how great it is that you're right. We forget it.
The G League is where people go when they get drafted, and it's where Bronny James is going because he's not ready for the NFL, right?
He gonna get at least one game.
NBA, they're sending their top stars, but Cody Rhodes, the Undertaker. But the Undertaker was on NXT. That's
But
that's a little bit better than developmental, bro. They can call it
I
that,
mean,
but it's the third show. So
it's the third show. Okay, how about this? I agree to disagree, but I'll say this
if the
in
G
response
League
to you.
games will start,
It's the third show, but they were
there's
smart to.
there's no way the G League season is ever going to be better than the NBA season.
It shouldn't be.
So
It shouldn't be.
NXT as developmental shouldn't be the best weekly show.
But that's going to be in the eye of the beholder. Someone can argue this analytically and be like, "Yeah, you guys only watching wrestling. You hear their promos? Their promos sound like they're reading it off paper." When my mom was sick, I tried. You remember that Lola Vice promo with her and
Hey, it's a
Roxanne?
lot of people on the main
That
roster
shit
who
was
can't
bad.
talk.
So it's still that's where the biggest struggle is. I think for most of them. I think all of them got good
See, like you
wrestling.
said, developmental, right? If it was truly developmental, truly developmental, right? Jade Cargill would be there right now.
Nah,
She's
they
getting
made
on
their
the
ruling.
job training right now.
I wouldn't go there. Once you come from a company, well, this is also before because now everyone's coming and they're going NXT. But she's like one of
Motor
the
City Machine
last.
Guns didn't. They came right to it. Got right to it.
Hmm.
So it's all in what they feel, who's ready and who can draw right away. Cody said
But
he
you know what?
wanted to go to NXT. I think it was either Cody or AJ said they wanted to go to NXT.
I
So
think I mean Finn Balor was down there, bro. They had some beasts. They had some
I saw
monsters.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor at an NXT house show,
They was cooking.
and Austin Aries,
They was
all at an
cooking.
NXT house show. I saw the Undisputed Era. Like this is house shows, like on the road with it. So I don't agree with you, Vinny.
I mean, to Archie's point, that's how great NXT has become. It's hard to argue now. It's a developmental show. It is, but it's hard, like you. There's a great
I
argument
think
that it's
that's
not.
how you hide the mistakes, and that's how you get away with not paying people money for overperforming. Because you don't want a Chris Johnson situation. Chris Johnson came in and tore shit up in the NFL, and he sat out because I need to be paid for what I did. Y'all not gonna pay me. We never seen Chris Johnson again. I think that's a way to hide behind salaries, and that's a way to hide behind the mistakes that will get made. But people botch and do bad promo on main rosters.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know.
That's
NXT
true.
is good and I like it. And hey,
Hey, you like it? I love it,
it's a great
especially when the
show.
Yammer.
Yeah.
Uh, Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic, and here we get the Adonis running. Not a running, but he's been the fly boy.
I don't know what's going on with Ashanti the Adonis, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey,
And it's
this is
a
why
weird
this is why
pairing. Like,
Archie.
why pair him with and have him with the Karma Petrovic? Ashanti the Adonis should be I could see him being involved with the OTM because OTM they need some sauce, and if he's
They
saucy,
definitely need something. You're right.
they need sauce because those two guys
Get forgotten about.
they like Rocksteady and Bebop, dog. Like they just, they just there, man. They need some
They have gotten
sauce.
completely. I don't want to use the term buried, but they're
Jada
lost
Parker is outshining them.
and far. Done. She
You
could leave
can't
today. No
stand
one will
next to
know.
her. That's why I said they need to either do something with those guys or separate Jada from them. Like, yo, she's a star.
Separate Jada from him.
She's a
Because here's
star.
the problem. Um, this is what happens with managers, right? Sensational Sherry at one point was only affiliated with winners. They put her with Shawn Michaels. Um, Paul Heyman, right? If you become a Paul Heyman guy, you know where you're going. You're going to the top. You're going to be a guy in the main event picture because Paul Heyman has that aura now. They're not putting Paul Heyman with Omos
He was with Curtis
in
Axel.
or you know what I'm saying. I fucks with Curtis Axel. I think he got a bad deal, bro. I like Curtis Axel. That's but hey, whatever. You ain't putting him with Curtis
Hey,
Axel
the
either.
bases can be loaded, and you're not gonna hit the grand slam sometimes. That's just what it is.
But I mean, get her away from that because she is hot. She is white hot. She is boom. You put
She
her with a
is
team
in a
that's
position
stale.
to where she could do no wrong. And honestly, I could see Jada Parker and Lash Legend just with their build and their attitudes becoming what I think people want to see Bianca and Jade be. They're Bianca Hill NXT Bianca is the best Bianca Belair ever. That just
I
cooked.
think you.
She
I think you're
she
onto something with
was
that because I see it. Would you want them two specifically to team? I see
no,
it.
because I want to see Jakara still around get something because she's they've kind of come into this thing together. Now if they were like a trio, that would be fire. Just that'd be
Okay.
fire because I think Jade and Bianca are too clean. That like it's too. They do more promos and commercials than wrestling. People just like to see them, and I'm not opposed to that. But Bianca was wrestling a lot. She was
Yeah,
wrestling a
she's
lot. She
she's putting in work.
headlined 2 WrestleManias, like main evented. Like she was cooking. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I don't know what's going on with Shanti the Adonis. I'm not sure, to be honest.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Vinny. If the goddamn WWE do that shit, them T-shirts, they can sell pajamas and they'll sell out. Like it's it. It's it. They could sell fucking white gloves. It
They
wouldn't
might
matter.
turn that too because sometimes foes become a good team, and they've been at it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Lola can be a heel because of her background, MMA. She can just be going around knocking people out. Like, hey, this is what I do. We the knockout queens. That's what we do.
Mm. When you have Jada with the street fight, like, come on, what? I ain't backing down from nothing. I
Look,
don't give
hey,
a damn.
hey, pretty girls fight too. Like that's look, pretty girls fight too. We like Two
Pretty
Chainz said,
girls
pretty
fight
girls like
too.
trap music. Pretty girls fight too. So we just here to fight. But don't mess up my
Yo,
makeup. Don't make me break a
I
nail.
remember. I remember there was a woman I worked with, and she had a thing in her email, like she had one of those quotes, and it was like, not all women wear diamonds and pearls. Some of us wear dog tags and boots. You know what I mean? And something similar like that to be said for these two would probably work if they teamed because they're very aesthetically pleasing to a lot. Like don't tell me we're not looking for that and you're fucking playing Megan Thee Stallion,
But see, I
Cardi
think
B,
that's the. I think
Sexy
that's
Red.
the. I think what they have naturally is what they try to make the Pure Fusion Collective. Is what they try to make other
No, not for fusion. You talking about the Studleys?
the Pure Fusion Collective. I think they try to come off as we're women, but we tough. We can fight too.
Okay. I
But
got you. I
Lola
got
and
you. Yeah.
Jada naturally have that. You don't have to make it a thing. It's just what they do already. Again, that's our thing with a lot of wrestling gimmicks. Let people do what they naturally do, and you don't have to make it up, and it is better.
Pretty funny as hell, bro. Um,
Yamly ties.
the yam, yo, it's in there. And like you said, they don't gotta be tough. They coming out like what? You want hands? I don't care if my partner here. I'll put hands on you, and then mush somebody. And then a girl, Lola gonna come through. It's a beautiful thing to be honest. And it's that, like I said, I don't want to hear no, we don't want to exploit. You got fucking Nikita Lyons twerking. You got Sexy Red out there twerking and slapping ass. Remember, she was in the back. So don't tell me about exploiting. We're
I,
past that.
n-
Exploit. Use what you got. Rick Rude. You
It's not even
Dude was telling.
exploiting people doing what they do. I much rather have two women of Latino and African American background being sassy and just spicy and fiery than a bunch of Latinos in t-shirts that say street trash. So
Facts.
yeah.
Facts.
Let people be
And
who
you
they
just
are.
want them to
Like that's let them be who they are. And these two girls have chemistry in the ring. So I'm pretty sure as a team they might cook. So
Vinny, you 100% right. I gotta put that on screen because she definitely does it. Lola definitely shakes boot. Like she even turned around today. She does, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they ain't doing it. You might as well
how
make the
do we
dollars
feel
off.
about Nikita Lyons in this whole NXT women's class?
I think she's a little bit behind because of her injuries. I think she looks good, looks the part where she's supposed to, but we need to see you turn and burn because I've been watching women do it week.
Her
Not
ring
her
gear
fault. She's
is
injured.
terrible.
Her ring gear.
Terrible.
I think it's the high because she did pick up weight and you want her to be sexy because that's what she was doing.
It ain't.
Maybe if she drops a little weight, it'll change. I think I still think she thick good. Like she good to me. Oba thinks she look good too. You take it up with Oba. I
See, I
ain't. You see the way
see
he
see
slapped
this.
that man
That's
off the
the
apron?
look, man. Oba can do what he want. I'm just saying, Nikita Lyons. I think she is behind, and it's gonna take a lot for her to catch up because a lot
Yeah,
of these girls are just to the moon.
I'm with Vinny on this. It's a knee brace. I don't want to see you twerk. You got knee braces.
Hey, and she's young.
She is young, but she got them surgeries. Like, just don't pop ass. Like I ain't gonna do it. That's
I
pause. You
think once
understand?
I
But
think
like,
Drake followed her, or Drake mentioned her. Once that happened, here's the thing with a lot of the young people in period. That social media thing can really make you think you're doing not talking about her. It can make you think you're doing something that you're not really doing, or you're relevant in circles you're not really relevant in. I could see how Drake acknowledging you would make you think you're just out of here, but you still gotta wrestle and win and do stuff. So that could be a distraction because she does a lot of social media stuff.
there's a lot of social.
A few more injuries,
Yes,
and
I'm looking at Vinny's
I don't think
comment, bro.
we'll see her too much. Like, hey, Stone Cold, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Stone
That's
Cold,
wild. But
Nikita Lyons.
what else?
I don't remember saying that, Vinny, but it sounded like something I would say.
Yeah, I think I just think she's behind, but no fault. She can catch up, but it's gonna take a minute. Because I'll be honest, when I watch her wrestle, I'm always scared. I always feel like this is the
You
Derek.
know
She's
who
the
I would
Derek
like to
Rose.
talk to? I would like to talk to Aaliyah. Aaliyah was in NXT for like 8 years. And I want to know why that was. She got called up to main roster, and that was it. Like she got released. I wonder what the holdup was with Aaliyah. Like 8 years is a long time. I think after year 2 or 3, we know if we want to rock with you. But maybe that was a decision that she wanted. Hey, I want to just kind of stay here. This fits my life and what I'm doing. But he said when you in WWE, you do want to eventually taste the main roster. I just
Hell
would like
yeah.
to know what was those conversations in like 8 years. But that's a long time.
Who knows? Who knows? Well, that shit would have been crazy. Hmm.
Time.
I didn't even get my. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all you see it. I'm already yawning.
Oh yeah.
That's
What
crazy.
else
I
we
got
got to get to? It's 10. It's 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 11
shit. We
o'clock.
started at the main event. You know what I'm saying with Julia and Stephanie Vicar taking
Oh,
on
tag match.
yeah. I can't even remember. My brain is starting to get fried.
Was
But
it Jada that did the pretzel tonight? The pretzel
that
pin.
Pendo girl in the pretzel, yeah, yeah, yeah. After that second hip check, bong. The old girl stayed folded and she just man, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, 100%. Pretzel her whole shit up. I was thinking about that old BET Uncut video. I ain't gonna say it, but like,
You took
damn,
a
that's
chance when you
crazy.
fell asleep watching BT. You was going to wake up to BT Uncut, Peter Popoff selling that water, the Wayans brothers, or he's gonna wake up to Bobby Jones Gospel. He's gonna wake up to one of them shows.
Oh my god.
I woke up one night,
Um,
Bobby Jones was on TV. I thought Little Richard had a gospel show.
yo, that's funny, but Delta's already gonna target. I don't know because Archie. Okay, when Julia went against Roxanne, she lost. Wasn't a good move. Then you immediately debuted Stephanie. You just did the same thing now, and Stephanie hasn't even gotten her hands one on one on Roxanne. She's doing it in a tag match. So what are you gonna do? Put them in a triple threat match, fatal four way, and then that's three people got to take losses. Even if Roxanne doesn't win, Roxanne is booked to the heavens. Stephanie is like, yo, we want to see her do,
Bro,
So
she beat Jordan Grace. Nobody should beat her. That's it. She beat Jordan Grace clean.
in the middle of the ring, you're right.
There's nothing nobody she should go another Oscar type reign. Let her go. I
I can
feel it's
see. Let
going
me
to be
bring that
Cora
back into
Jade though.
fruition.
Cora Jade's probably going to be the one because they love Cora Jade. That was their one. They're behind
Think
Cora
so?
Jade. Yeah, they
You don't think
love
one of
her.
these out of towners will pop up and roll her shit
Nah,
up?
they tried it, but if couldn't Jordan Grace couldn't get it done, who else is there? Awesome
That's the
Kong.
point.
Now Oscar
Yeah.
popped up and like, yo, I left here undefeated. I'm going to wrestle you next week, and I'm going to leave here undefeated again. That'd be crazy.
Mm. Yeah,
But she's recovering from like a knee surgery too, so I don't know.
whew. But yeah, that's all I got, brother. I'm tired. You see me already yawn on cam, so I
Yeah,
think I know what time it is.
HP burning the candle on both ends. I saw y'all got a little steam from the formerly other
Yeah, yeah,
podcast,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
y'all
trying to move on that. We
podcast.
trying to move on
Dang.
that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Let's see what's up with that. And then tomorrow, make sure y'all tapped in. The double up. You know what I'm saying? Double up is back. It has returned. But if you're a member, guess what? You could already go and you can watch it right now.
The world's strongest man versus sexual chocolate Mark Henry. It's
So
tomorrow's
that
double
is
up. And this Sunday's interview is Vince Russo. Brand new Vince Russo interview with the Attitude Era podcast. So
and I believe this Sunday is Halloween Havoc at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll be
Let
doing
me
double
double
duty
check.
because I'll be at the Pro Wrestling 225 Fright Night getting it in. Bro, we've been on go. Like it's been nonstop, but it's all good. I enjoy it. I enjoy annoying you guys because apparently,
Yeah, October 27th.
shout out to
Okay,
that
so it's
guy or
next
that,
week.
that girl, whoever you were. We appreciate. I appreciate you watching and let me know how you feel. I do
They
like
said they want
wrestling, by the way. It just matters to me how we get from point A to point B. That's all. And I'm always objective. Then I'll give a way I would have liked to see something done. I'm never like if I don't like something, I just straight up say I don't like it. But
he done turn heel, y'all. He,
hey, they say Hulk Hogan was the heel his whole career. So it's the Joe Hendry thing. He's a heel. I'm telling y'all,
Mm. But that's about it, man.
because
That is
Thanos
all I
was not
got.
wrong. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta do the thing that nobody wants to do. And if you live long enough as a hero, you eventually turn to a villain or whatever they say in the movie. But
Archie turned into JBL.
I'm a podcast guy.
Oh my god.
Who said
Yeah, that's
that?
about it. I,
Who said that, man?
Vinny, your dad's my
ABL,
cousin Vinny.
Archie Bradford, Bradshaw Layfield. I'm ABL. That's my new name, man. ABL. Who said that?
ABL is crazy.
Who's Vinny said that?
Yeah, Vinny out there.
Man,
Vinny,
my
Vinny,
man, I'm a podcast god.
that's
I had to send
Vinny.
Vinny a t-shirt, man. I like that. ABL's in the building, man. And y'all are in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. If you're not on the YouTube, hit the notification button and subscribe so you can know when we drop. We drop in a double up tomorrow. Mark Henry versus World's Strongest Man. This is like the 11th double up, I believe. We've done a lot. So check out those double ups, the other double ups. Check out the interviews. We're doing Mark Henry tomorrow. It's a Mark Henry interview on there too, but a brand new Vince Russo interview this Sunday. And he played DNA. I ain't gonna hold you. The way this interview started, it was nasty. Nasty work. DNA tried to shake his hand. He wouldn't even shake DNA's hand, man. Damn. Where does the interview go from there? You got to watch to find out. But DNA, I remember the last time somebody wouldn't shake my hand, and this beef to this day. Like Deontay Wilder said, to this day.
To this day.
So,
To
but
this
yeah.
day.
So, but yeah, double up tomorrow, and we'll be back Friday for SmackDown recap. I'm going to be on Twitch this Thursday. So, Game with the Gang. I'll post it on my Instagram if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's about it. HP is tired. I was late. I'm tired too. I got things to do, but we're gonna do these recaps. That's what we do. As for our podcast, I'm the Archie Carter, aka ABL. That's King HP. Check out Hall Preezy Universe. If you haven't seen the TV show from HP and our girl D, they are doing recaps, deep dives, and their last episode was so good. Like the official from podcast people and actors picked up their clip and their theories and what they think about the show, talked about it on their show. So HP and D are doing a great job. I think it's like the second, third episode. So they're starting out something new, building it. If you haven't seen the show from, check it out. If you watch the first episode, you're going to end up watching the whole 2 seasons. So, and it's a good watch. It's a
I
good
guarantee it.
watch. And yeah, so shout out to HP and D for their job, doing a good job with that. And yeah, that's all I got, man. Oh, Good Karma. Go stream Good Karma by the Archie Carter. It's out on all streaming platforms.
ASAP. All
Fine.
platforms. We can talk about it.
That's it, man. You good?
I'm good. I already know I'm about to
We
jump in that shower and get bed.
family. Hey. And Samantha Irvin. We still got to get into that because I've been seeing some conflicting reports about that. She's in the Yamily too. So we gonna let me not say that because Ricochet be attacking people on Twitter. Put your phone down, Ricochet. Put your phone down.
Ricochet be attacking people.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
Man, we out. We'll see y'all Friday. Double up with Mark Henry tomorrow on Answer Our Podcast. I'm the Archie Carter. That's King HP. We'll see y'all later. Peace.